Oh god, we're doing more Half-Life.
I've already booted up Tetris.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You can't be doing this already. Come on now. We're doing the episodes now. Look at the cool title screen.
That is pretty cool. I'll give it that.
So, fun fact, when I was recording this, so you know how Half-Life, it changes the title screen to like different backgrounds?
Mm-hmm.
In this this is the anniversary update of Half-Life 2 where they combined episodes 2 and 1 into the same package of regular Half-Life, and you select them on the main menu. So every time you select them on the main menu, it changes what the background for the episode is going to be. So I really wanted that Citadel background, so I booted this game up like 20 times to try and get it for this playthrough.
It's cinematic.
I thought not.
It is.
Holy shit, this is quiet.
We're picking up right where we fucking left off with this shit. The ending of Half-Life 2 really doesn't make a lot of sense when you put the episodes here, because we're seeing this scene. All the other scenes in Half-Life are from Gordon's perspective. This can't be from Gordon's perspective because the G-Man took him already.
That means these episodes aren't canon. Half-Life 3 will be based off the original ending.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
It has to be because Gordon's not the main view here, so it's not canon.
Speaking of Half-Life 3, at the time of recording, which I will just say is on November 17th of 2025, everyone's freaking out that there might be a Half-Life 3 announcement here soon. And we were talking about that a little bit in the Half-Life 2 playthrough. I'm going to try my best to not talk about it at all after this point in this playthrough. So we don't know if it's going to
talk about episode 1.
We don't know if the announcement's going to happen soon, but whether or not it does, I guess you'll find out while editing Jelly is doing this, because he'll put some text up on the screen to say whether or not it happened.
Okay, why is this so quiet? I have the volume at 100%.
Shouldn't be that quiet.
Dude, I can barely hear the game. Like, is this how quiet you normally... Then I turn your voice up on Discord. I have my settings here finally tuned.
My computer volume's at like 40.
Hey, the gravity gun.
Jesus Christ! What the hell, man?
That doesn't affect the recording. You're not. I'm saying my computer volume's at 40 right now. Well, how loud is your computer right now?
He was so sure I wouldn't find you here.
10.
Why is your computer at 10 volume?
Because I can hear your voice clearly and succinctly.
The last thing I remember is...
Turn your computer up and turn me down on Discord. That's my...
But then I have to turn everything else down because this matches like everything on YouTube, everything on Crunchyroll, everything on Netflix.
Since we're already derailing my fucking playthrough here, I just want to say your eco footage is way too fucking loud. So...
It is properly matched with what my computer should be.
Okay, well, guess what? It's too loud for the videos, so turn it the fuck down.
I do turn it down in the videos. I've gotten better.
It's too loud.
So what's happening?
So, the G-Man kidnapped Gordon, but the Vortigaunts said nah, and the Vortigaunts rescued Alex and Gordon from the explosion. Because in this game we learn, I guess, that the Vortigaunts, when they combine their power of the vortessence or whatever, they can actually match the G-Man's.
You heavily zoomed in on Eli there, and it was really funny.
Okay, yeah, so we got rescued by the Vortigaunts. We got brought back to the world. But the events of Half-Life 2 obviously still happened. The Citadel exploded, and it's about to fucking explode even harder. So, we're right next to the tower. We gotta, like, get in there to, like, delay the explosion and then escape, because the thing is about to implode. And that is basically the plot of Half-Life 2 Episode 1. It's basically the ending of Half-Life 2, part 2.
The worst.
No, I would say in terms of gameplay, this is a very good follow-up to Half-Life 2. They're doing a lot here that is, evolving on Half-Life 2's.
Well, yeah, I'm sure gameplay-wise
concepts.
it's good. I just don't like the story.
We found a way into the Citadel. It's possible we
Alex, no.
But Dad,
I mean,
Talk some sense into her.
I can get it because, I don't know. I do think that originally they weren't planning to do this. They were definitely planning to like end Half-Life 2 and then wait to make a Half-Life 3 that's like in a completely different time period after all this has gone down. But they felt like that they had a lot more juice in the tank with the City 17 cast and everything. So they wanted to bring it back, and I kind of get it. And also the fact that like they had finally finished the source engine by the time that they finished Half-Life 2.
dog, a little help.
So they were like, okay, so we just now finished the engine that we made for this game. We don't want to just move right on to the next engine. We want to kind of keep using it. So I get why they wanted to make more stuff with these assets. And
Yeah.
Okay.
It would have
whatnot.
been a perfect time for like spin-offs. But I do get wanting
True.
to keep it with Gordon.
True.
Yeah. Obviously, like a big thing with Half-Life
To
2
you, Gordon.
and its development and since is it was very much an experiment during its entire creation.
Yeah.
And I think with how the original ending is handled and with the unresolved ending of the episodes, you really feel that.
Yeah.
Like, if any other company were to do this nowadays, I think they would get a lot more flack for it.
Mm-hmm.
But with how innovative this is like Halo 2 basically has a lot of similar issues to that, but everybody complained about Halo 2 for the time because it wasn't as big as what this was going to be.
Right. Yeah. People definitely for sure gave Valve some shit for, not finishing the story for like 14
I'm
plus
mainly
years.
talking about Half-Life 2 to Half-Life 2 Episode 1, but yeah.
Right. The whole idea of the I'm going to be bringing up a lot of the info that they told us during the 20th anniversary documentary for this game from last year.
Stay with us.
The whole idea of the episodes was they were really worried that because the development between Half-Life 1, which only took like a few years to make at most, to Half-Life 2 taking 6 years, they were worried that Half-Life 3 would take like exponentially more time. So the whole idea of the episodes was we're going to give you smaller games with less like playtime in them, but it won't take us nearly as long to get to another game that way.
Dog?
But the problem was they still wanted to be as
I said?
ambitious as Half-Life 2 was,
Dog, what are you?
especially by the time of Half-Life 2 Episode 3, which the size of Episode 3 would have been the size of a full Half-Life game had it been finished. And it had a whole bunch of like new gameplay stuff planned and everything.
What's gotten into you, huh?
So
How exactly
they just,
is this supposed to help us?
by the time they got to episode 3, they just kind of realized that the way they make Half-Life games does not fit with that episodic model at all, and it kind of just derailed the whole project.
They really just needed to, unfortunately, wait.
Unless you have a
Either make some spin-offs if they really, really needed to do that Half-Life stuff, but they
Yeah.
really should have just waited and done Half-Life 3.
I agree.
Especially with, and obviously they wouldn't have known this at the time, but like with Portal coming out, eventually Left 4 Dead and such, there was a lot of room for Valve games. It's just that a lot of stuff from this team would unfortunately fall through. So I think you just saw
Yeah.
that massive burnout, and Valve as a company with the rise of Steam and pushing for hardware just changed.
Yeah. It's honestly for Half-Life. Yeah, it is kind of just a matter of it is their technology pushing an innovating franchise in terms of like game development technology at the very least. So like I do think after Half-Life 2 it would have made sense for them to wait until Source 2 was made to make another Half-Life game. And you know what, that's effectively what they ended up doing anyways.
I had a really funny idea.
What?
Wii Sports is the Nintendo equivalent of this game.
Whoa.
Why? Why is that?
It is the technology filter. The
Oh,
tech demo of
sake.
what everything we can do.
I mean, yeah.
Imagine if Wii Sports had the story of Half-Life 2.
You know what? That'd be peak.
Would that not be the coolest thing ever?
It would be. And I know you're saying this as a joke, but if we want to do an actual comparison, Half-Life is Valve's Mario, 3D
Yes.
Mario.
Yes.
And that I think is perfectly fine. And I with how long we ended up waiting anyways for a new Half-Life game with Half-Life Alyx, I really, part of me is like, I really just wish these episodes never got made. Because all it did was leave us on a cliffhanger. I say all it did as if these games are not excellent in their own right. But it really just left us on a cliffhanger for almost 20 years.
Yeah, and I mean, memes aside, this is just it's kind of one of the shittiest things you can do as a developer. Especially one that cares, that's not falling to like corporate greed and such or rush deadlines. Like a developer who just wanted to make games that would satisfy their fans. Like, it's not a good thing to do.
Right.
And they really should have been able to stop themselves to be like, hey, let's just wait. And I know now they probably have that wisdom, but they're definitely a lot more experienced. We did get Portal, we got Left 4 Dead, all great games. Even though I don't like Left 4 Dead that much, but.
And I've seen a lot of people, like, we're talking about they should have just waited to make Half-Life 3 or whatever. And, like, I agree with that now, despite how much I love Episode 1 and 2. I think Episode 2 especially is, like, the best Half-Life ever got.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
And we'll see that when we get there. This is also excellent, in my opinion. I think this is mostly like on par with like something you'd get in Half-Life 2 itself, rather than being significantly better, like Episode 2 is. But yeah, like the whole, I don't know, like I've seen some people say like, oh well, Portal got 2 full games on the Source engine. Why couldn't Half-Life get a second full game on the Source engine? And it's like, I kind of get that, but it's like, it's just not how Valve treats the Half-Life franchise.
Yeah, it's just not what Half-Life is.
Yeah.
Imagine if we got 2 3D Marios on the N64. Sure, Zelda did, and in theory those are bigger games, but that's not what 3D Mario is about.
Yeah, Half-Life 2 episodes 1 and 2 are effectively like a Mario Galaxy 2 kind of situation.
I guess there is a Galaxy 2. I forgot about that.
It's like they had the gameplay there, and they felt like they weren't done with it.
I think the main difference is that this game is too story focused and doesn't really have the gameplay to hold itself up that well.
Yeah, well, that's also the problem, is that they mainly felt like they had more story to tell in this version of the Half-Life's world, and that was unfortunately the big reason they decided to continue doing it like this. Because they wanted to tell more story with Gordon and Alex. They wanted to tell more story with Eli Vance. you know, the science team as we know it with Dr. Kleiner and whatnot, they had more stuff to tell with that story. So, but that ended up being the reason why these even got made. And because of that, we now don't have an ending to the story that they were trying to tell. So, it's and the reason we don't have an ending is because of them wanting to be innovative with the gameplay, which is what Half-Life fundamentally is. So, it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, in my opinion. Like, they really, like, I agree that there's a lot of potential in this version of Half-Life's world and everything, and it'd be a shame if they left that on the table. But if that came at the sacrifice of, like, innovative gameplay features, then it's like, why am I just playing Half-Life 2 again, you know?
Yeah, it is one of the most interesting cautionary tales in gaming, especially because it has been so long since this happened that,
yeah,
like, you know, other games by this point would have, you know, ridden that nostalgia fest and finally brought it back.
right.
Mega Man Legends 3 notwithstanding, but but like Valve is not, you know. Sure, they come back with Half-Life Alyx, but Half-Life Alyx is not Half-Life 3.
Right.
It is its own entity. You know, obviously, I know it continues the story and changes things that would play into an eventual Half-Life 3.
Right.
But
there are
it's
also
not the same. Most of the people who worked on Half-Life 2 are gone. They, like, Valve cut them off for so long from making Half-Life stuff that they just left the company. It's insane.
Yeah, and now they're back for something else. Who knows?
Oh, I didn't know they were back.
Oh yeah, it's been the whole HLX stuff, which I said I wasn't going to talk about, and I'm not. I'm just saying that it's like the worst kept secret of all time because Valve is hiring a bunch of people that work on single player first person shooters from the games industry and rehiring a bunch of people that left the company during the gap of Half-Life games. So I wonder what's going on with that. So
I'd prefer new original IP, but
I mean,
I'm the minority here, so I'll leave my I'll leave my opinions off.
I would agree with that if we didn't have, or if Half-Life ended properly. You know, if say episode 2 got made or episode 3 of Half-Life 2 got made, then yes, I'd be like, yeah, let's see a new IP, new single player FPS IP from Valve. That would be cool. But like, we don't have an ending to Half-Life. It's
you know, it would be kind of cool if they made like a mainline the next actual Half-Life 3 based on the ending of original Half-Life 2 and not the episodes, and then continued this storyline on VR only, since Alyx kind of does that.
Whatever that was, it's gone now.
So like we finally get Half-Life 2 episode 3, but it's VR, and it kind of becomes its own sub-series.
See,
I just really want the original Half-Life 2 ending to continue. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, but I'm also like the kind of I do think the original ending of, like, I mean, we don't actually know what it would have been. Like, there's Epistle 3, which Mark Laidlaw wrote, and that is like what everyone goes off of. But he said himself that that's probably not what it would have ended up being, because he just kind of wrote that on a whim on his own, with no input from other game designers, programmers, anything like that. So it's probably not realistic to what an actual episode 3 would have been. It would have had a lot of other hands on it to kind of influence the story in that way. But
do you think any of that stuff was still in development while Portal 2 was being made?
Oh yeah, so the crazy part about Half-Life 2 Episode 3 slash Half-Life 3 is that Valve never actually stopped trying to make Half-Life games during that whole time. Just none of the projects ended up going anywhere is the problem.
Gotcha. I was just curious because I kind of remembered that. Oh yeah, Half-Life 2 or Portal 2 has the ship, the big boat thing. That's important to episode
the Borealis.
2, I guess. Yeah, that.
And it's still.
I found that before I even knew what it was, and I just saw the name Borealis. I'm like, oh, that's a cool boat name. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I left.
It's still.
And someone had to explain later why that meant something.
It's still a lingering story thread with Half-Life 2, Episode 2, because the whole ending of that game was, okay, we destroyed the Combine's portal to Earth. Now we can reproduce and everything, and we're gonna go get that Borealis ship that we found from Aperture to help. It's still a lingering story thread, so it's likely to appear in whatever game they're working on. Like a lot of the gameplay stuff that we now know about Episode 3 is likely to have been iterated upon for whatever the fuck they're working on. So we are going to get something that, in terms of like gameplay innovation and everything, is like relatively close to what we would have gotten back on the Source engine with Episode 3. Just, you know, obviously pushed even further beyond because new engine, new game entirely. It's just that the changes of Half-Life Alyx, I don't know how much the changes that game makes to the timeline, I don't know how much that's going to affect them in the story of the next game, because like I feel like the Borealis is still important. And stuff like that. Like, are they just gonna forget about it and do something else? I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
Mm-hmm. It's an exciting time, even as a non-Half-Life fan. Like, I really do hope it goes somewhere. I hope Valve can continue it, because I just love seeing success stories in games, and I want to see some projects, you know, finished.
Yeah.
Mega Man Legends 3.
It's always the fucking 3s, bro. I swear to God. But
Sonic
like,
the Hedgehog got a 3. They also got a 4. We don't want that.
Yes, the Sonic 4 Episode 1 tangent and Half-Life 2 Episode 1.
This wasn't a tangent. You're making it one. Shut up.
No, I'm just making a joke. God damn it. I'm not continuing what you said. But I do want to say, like, we had that long tangent about, oh man, the episodes kind of fucking suck ass for not finishing the story and not getting that Episode 3. But I really don't want to, like, dismiss these games at all. Because, like, while Episode 1 is sort of like just an extra chapter or two, it kind of just feels like an extra chapter or two of Half-Life 2, like the base game. Like Half-Life 2 is still an excellent video game, so I'm fine with getting more Half-Life 2. And then you get Episode 2, which like really does some crazy cool new stuff. And this game does new stuff too. Like, this game is full. Oh shit. Well, I fucked up.
Yeah, I should say on like the ending of Half-Life 2, I do think, in theory, like this is a really cool route to go through. Because that's a big thing at the end of Episode 1, is that G-Man does not let you finish. You don't get to be resolved. He forces you into stasis. And the story of these games shifting into breaking that plan, I think is really, really cool.
Yeah.
I just wish it wasn't at the expense of
What's wrong with this lift?
what the original ending could have teased already.
Right.
You know, like, if the ending had started and then shifted into this, and then Half-Life 2 had ended, that would have been another story. But because
Right.
this extra stuff only begins in the episodes, that's what kind of breaks it for me. Because I really like the idea of what could have been cooked if we had gone to a third place orchestrated by the G-Man, and what that could have looked like.
Right. Yeah, and that's like another unfortunate thing that we're kind of just we're kind of just stuck in the whole Half-Life 2 setting forever now, at least until, you know, whatever else happens in the next game. It's just kind of like, but the jump between Half-Life 1 and then Half-Life 2 was like this crazy big thing. They are very, very, very different in terms of worlds, but it still distinctly feels like Half-Life. Would have been cool to have like a third place that's like, or a third setting that's like that. But I'm also like, I don't know, like I'm torn because I fucking love these characters, and I do love this fucking world, and it's not like Half-Life 1 where like you kind of got the destruction of the science facility. And you got to see a lot of it. It's like we don't necessarily need to go back to Black Mesa because, you know, I feel like that they've fully explored what they could have done in that world.
You're gonna hate me for this, but imagine if Half-Life 3 becomes a massive allegory for learning to let go, and all of these characters in City 17 turn evil, and you have to kill them all. And that's Valve's way of saying, cheesy. Hey guys, let go, and we're gonna do something new now. No more City 17! You killed him!
I feel like they can do that just by, you know, ending the story, and then having, like, I don't know, Gordon die at the end of it or something. And, that's that. For traditional Half-Life.
I could see these games ending with Gordon dying.
It's either going to be that, or he's just going to kind of, I don't know, he's just going to, like, stop. He's going to, like, get stranded, or he's going to be alone. Everyone else around him is going to fucking die. And that's just going to be how it ends.
It's going to end with him in, like, an old West town, walking into a bar with a fight about to break out, and then he speaks for the first time, saying, looks like they needed the right man in the wrong place.
Nah, Gordon, everyone's gonna fucking die, and Gordon's gonna be like sitting alone on a beach with his like crowbar stuck in the sand because he's like given up on everything. He's like staring off into the horizon, and then from behind him you just hear, "So how about that beer I owed you?" And then the credits will roll.
Half-Life 4, it starts out on the beach, and you just see a wormhole open up in space, and you see Gordon's hand fall onto the crowbar with the valve opening playing. And you just hear, oh shit, it's that time again.
Half-Life Barney.
I would play that.
Dude, there was a rumor when Half-Life Alyx came out, there was a rumor that they were working on like a Half-Life 1 style expansion for it that would have starred Barney, because Barney's nowhere to be fucking seen in that game. And that would have been so fucking cool.
Yeah.
It would have been Blue Shift 2.
I've discovered I like talking about these games a whole lot more than playing them.
Yeah, honestly, like, out of all of the Half-Life games that exist, I do think you would actually really like Episode 1 and 2 the most. Because, like, not only are they just, like, better versions of Half-Life 2 in a lot of ways in terms of their gameplay, they're also, like, short. You know, they're not, like, full long form. And that's, like, kind of the benefit of this episodic structure is that you get, like, a 5-hour game that is like really tightly designed, and it's just, you know, a really, really solid short experience. And it being shorter means that it's even more replayable and yada yada yada, that kind of thing. So I don't know, I feel like you would actually really vibe with episodes 1 and 2, but you kind of have to beat Half-Life 2 to play these games in the first place.
Why? I've seen the ending. I just watched the whole playthrough.
God damn it. You hate me.